Trump, do not send the National Guard to Chicago, gang. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different fucking breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles, nigga. We are not Washington, D.C., nigga. This is Chicago, nigga. Them niggas go fight back. I'm telling you, them niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They not going for that shit, bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Nigga, do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago by the city by itself, gang. Trump, do not send the National Guard.
Chicago just put his cards on the table. Don't send a National Guard. That's not courage, man. That's a public notice that criminals expect veto power over public safety. Leaders told us federal help is overreach. That's how they continue to try to market it. Gangs heard that and answered like they run the city. You hit a claim. Now let's hit the receipts.
So what I'm noticing on the internet right now is there's a lot of there's black men talking about they ready for the National Guard to come in. They got switches. They got over 100,000 gangs. Chicago is ready. And I'm like, you think your black ass is really our fucking forces and the National Guard? Are you for real? Your two block range is not gonna go against motherfuckers who have night vision goggles and fucking tanks and drones, you fucking idiot. Bro, you can't even shoot a nigga without spraying up your grandma's porch. Okay, these men are trained to shoot a fly's wings from 800 yards away. Do you know what you're asking for? Do you understand? I don't think you do. This is really not funny, but I'm so fucking embarrassed. These men are used to training in fucking jungles, in the fucking mountains and shit, in deserts you ain't never fucking seen before. And here you are hiding behind a liquor store with your rusty 9mm. Bro, I need you to get off the fucking internet. Ah!
Now she's laughing, but the point is dead serious. Night vision, drones, trained marksmen, like they are on a TikTok trend. Anybody, egging kids into war with the U.S. military is getting set up for funerals, not futures. Chicago doesn't need performative bravado, right? It needs results. Park the talking point. In this next clip, the actions tell the story.
So President Trump is vowing to clean up Chicago as protesters take to the streets to rally against the president's ICE operations and potential National Guard deployment. Mike Tobin joins us live from Chicago with the latest on these details. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Lawrence. ICE agents are in Chicago. The National Guard is not. The agents were operating in a northwest suburb called Palatine yesterday, and a source tells me they will indeed be operating in the city today. Despite what Illinois Democrats and the protesters have called for or drawn up images of, there won't be columns of ICE agents randomly picking people off the street. The surge of resources will manifest in targets of individuals about whom the ICE agents have specific information that these people have criminal histories and they are undocumented, but because of sanctuary policies and cashless bail, they are out on the street. And that's the kind of operation you're going to see, small targeted operations. Meantime, the president and his border czar were doing cleanup after that Truth Social post that seemed to channel the movie Apocalypse Now and said Chicago about to find out why it's called Department of War.
We're not going to war. We're going to clean up our cities. We're going to clean them up so they don't kill 5 people every weekend. That's not war. That's common sense.
So, should we expect action in Chicago this week?
Absolutely. You can expect action in most sanctuary cities across the country.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to war with the criminal cartels. We're going to war with illegal aliens, public safety threats that rape children, that raped citizens, that committed armed robberies, that distribute narcotics that kill Americans.
Now, we did see a number of protests over the weekend, the largest at Millennium Park on Saturday night. A lot of familiar faces in that crowd because it was a coalition of 11 different protest groups that came together under the banner Coalition Against Trump Agenda. So really, they protested everything under the sun. It fits the definition of peaceful protest. They marched around the city and finished when they were done making their voices heard. As it relates to Chicago violence, we usually get the weekend totals out of Chicago police sometime after 10 o'clock, but the numbers we see right now show that 6 people were killed over the weekend, a dozen more shot.
Wow. Facts on tape. ICE is running targeted operations, names, warrants, criminal histories, while the National Guard talk shredding on social media. So when you see the protesters on there and they screaming about roundups, ask who benefits from learning the difference between ICE warrants and military deployment. If that sounded mild, the follow-through, it wasn't at all.
What law enforcement agency are you with? What law enforcement agency are you with?
You are required to tell me, where are you taking them? Where are you taking them? Where are you taking them?
Just ask you a question.
Where are you taking them?
Where are you taking them? Civilians with just
You have to tell us.
without identifying
You
yourself
have
as a
to
police
tell us.
officer.
You are kidnapping them. Tell us where you're taking them. Tell us where you're taking them. Tell us where you are taking them. You cannot do this. Tell us where.
It was one of those videos that I feel like I've seen before. Y'all know I'm completely transparent with y'all about it. A lot of the times, a lot of these clips get re-edited and captions get repurposed and things of that nature. And me, I usually vet as much as I could, but a lot of the times I'm also getting introduced to some of the information in the videos as well. But I'll say this is what resistance looks like when law meets slogans, agents, paperwork, and transport vans versus people blocking doors for the camera. Ask yourself, does this pressure make your neighborhood safer or just make it harder to remove the worst actors who already had due process? Now, hold that thought. Watch what happens 30 seconds later.
And your wife, Stacy, be willing to cut your security detail from 150 sworn police officers and put those police officers back on the street where they can protect real Chicagoans?
So we're very proud of the work that we're doing collectively to ensure that our police officers have the resources that they need. As I've said repeatedly, it's policing and affordable housing, it's policing and youth employment, it's policing and mental and behavioral health care services. It's going to take all of us, the business community, the philanthropic community. We're working collectively with Cook County government, the state of Illinois, the state's attorney as well. The volume of cases that we are pushing towards the state's attorney so that we can continue to close out these cases as we really drill down with our detectives division as they solve crime, as they get the evidence over to the state's attorney, gives her the ability to make the prosecution so that we can continue to deter crime in the city of Chicago. That's the holistic approach that we're taking. Thank you.
No crisis, but a reported 150 officer security detail. You cannot gaslight a city that's grieving every Monday and expect silence if there's no crisis. Why the muscle? If there's a crisis, why block federal help? I mean, pick a lane and stand on it. Stand in. Just stand on it when the numbers hit, okay? Clips proves the pattern. I'll connect the dots right after this.
Young brothers in Chicago, come to the front. Come to the front. I need to talk to y'all right now. Man, find you something safe to do. Find you something safe to do. I've been seeing a lot of y'all post videos trying to warn Trump not to come into Chicago. I don't know if y'all deaf, dumb, or crazy, but find you something safe to do. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Y'all only got two options. Two options. Either be unalive badly, over unalive, or get sent to prison with so much time that you'll be unalive there. That's the only two options you got. To think that you finna go to war with switches against the federal government, you got to be so far gone in the mind, or to think that you got a chance to beat the U.S. military, the National Guard, in a combat, and you have no experience whatsoever in a combat situation. I don't know how many times y'all been playing Call of Duty. This ain't it. This ain't it. And if y'all know anybody in the Chicago area, they got family and friends, and they got young ones out there that think that they gonna actually be able to get away with this, y'all better warn them right now, because most people ain't even got money for funerals. But it's gonna be bad if they feel like they gonna resist what the police job is. Like, you got to be out your mind. I don't want y'all to take this message the wrong way. I'm not advocating for people to be scary. I'm advocating for you to be smart. Be smart. You know what I mean? I know a lot of y'all guys ain't gonna change your ways after they, lessen up once they come, but at least be smart while they're there. Like, if you feel like you're gonna be on the block with your little stick on you and the police, just gonna let you just do what you want to do, or you feel like you can open up a couple rounds at them and it's just gonna be kumbaya, man, bro, they ain't gonna. There's no extent that the federal government won't go to find out who you are, to go into your homes and apprehend you, or to hunt you down right then and there and take care of you. Y'all playing a vicious game, a dangerous game. My heart goes out to the families who may be affected by some of these young, ignorant fools going out here trying to do this. Black people, we gotta do better, man. We really have to do better, man. There's no reason that our hearts are so hardened to where we thugging, we're being negative, we are living in violent communities, and we're too afraid to stand up for our own communities, to put these young brothers in their place, to tell them, hey, stop, man. Stop. You don't have to go out here and be gang. You don't have to do what Twin them doing. You can be yourself, bro. There's nothing wrong with being yourself. There's nothing wrong with being successful. There's nothing wrong with being good. There's nothing wrong with it, man. Culture is so demonic today to where you got studs trying to be just like the young guys. Like, come on, bro. Like, find Jesus Christ. Get some of that scripture in your heart. Because you playing the devil's game, you're gonna lose. There's no winners with the devil whatsoever. But I'm just saying this because I've been seeing these videos of all these young guys in Chicago trying to warn Trump not to come, like they gonna stop him or something. Y'all out y'all mind. Don't let that mayor of y'all city bump y'all head up, and if it do go down, my blame starts with him. My blame starts with him, because he the one out there trying to rile up the troops. Like, bro, you should be trying to rile the police officers to get into these areas to stop some of this stuff from happening. 50 people being shot on this past weekend, that's crazy. And then you want to go and make it seem like it's Trump's fault this happened. No. It's your fault because you're incompetent mayor of a big old city. You should have never won. But God bless.
I know that's right. Best matches of the day. Choose life. There's only 2 outcomes in the shootout with. Oh wow, I can't believe I just did that. But it's only 2 outcomes in the shootout with the feds. Death or decades. Nobody online will pay for your lawyer, your mom's funeral arrangements, your lost 20s. Be smart. Step back. Don't let politicians turn you into content. You've heard the streets now. Let's hit a shift.
But why Trump? That's why because this thing with the National Guard is only going to be for a few weeks. And why do you believe that Trump is the person to do it and even cares about our communities?
Oh, Trump cares. Let me tell you something. Trump always have. See, the media made Trump out to be don't like black people. Trump always have been around black people and help black people. My mother used to volunteer for Operation Push back in the 80s and things like that, right? Jesse Jackson. Trump used to help Jesse Jackson with our communities, give for our communities. We known Trump back in the 80s. He was everybody loved Trump. My mother, everybody in the black community, he was the great white hope in our community. So what happened? Jesse Jackson praised him. Everybody praised him. Now when he run as a Republican, now y'all want to tell us he's racist.
Do you live in Chicago? Do you still live in Chicago?
Man, when I tell you Danielle literally reminds me of my entire dad's side of my family who's from Chicago. When I say the way she talks, all that it reminds me of like my auntie baby girl.
Yes, born right here in the hood. So you can't, born and raised. So I grew up on 75th and Exchange. They called that Terrortown back in the day, and they still call it now because it was so bad. We just had the DNC here this summer. Why did he implement the National Guards? If they were so scared of that, feared all of that, why did he implement the National Guards? He implemented the National Guards here to protect his politicians, the Democratic Party, who was encampments. We talking about the homeless encampments. Oh, you didn't even see them. They made sure they got rid of them. You didn't see not one illegal alien in the street selling candy out there, just out in the street. You didn't see none of that. What Jennifer Hudson, why you didn't say that when your family got murdered here in Chicago, and Trump was the one who reached out to you, made sure you were straight, put you in a hotel, made sure you were good.
See, with the DEI stuff and all that, the DEI.
The DEI never benefited us. You got to understand. I've been saying this. The white liberal women been benefiting, and they brought all these illegals in. We're in Chicago, so we're a sanctuary city. You had to be bilingual to get these jobs. How dare you make us be bilingual? Because when you do that, DEI, when you do that, who is that blocking out? Who is that? That's the black.
Well, see, here you got a point, because there have been numerous articles that said that white women benefited from DEI more so than we did. However, but they use DEI and they put black people as a poster child for DEI to get all the other people riled up to get rid of it. But we weren't the ones who benefited.
Man, like it or not, some lifelong Chicagoans are rethinking everything, sanctuary policies, DEI theatrics. And who actually shows up? My girl, Danielle C. Chicago flips red, man. And you can argue with a take all you want, but you can't deny reality. When people feel unsafe, they stop voting for vibes and they start voting for outcomes. Let's land this claim real quick. Chicago, you were told that there was no crisis, okay? Then a gang member tried to dictate terms to a U.S. president. You were told that federal help is also considered overreach. Then ICE showed you targeted enforcement while your mayor leans on a massive police detail. Yeah, your boy is guarded. All right. You were told to treat this like politics. The morgue treats it like math. So here's my line in the sand. Protect families, not narratives. If local leadership can't keep kids alive, bring in help that can. Measured, legal, and focused. And to the young men, you don't owe the streets your life. You don't, dog. You owe your future discipline. If y'all made it to the end of this video, put Trump ain't playing. There we go. Y'all be safe. Go check on a friend today. You could be saving their life. Peace.